Hey Keith, I was thinking it would be best for us to get a divorce.
What, Alyssa? What's going on? You haven't been home for 2 nights and now this. What happened?
What's with that attitude? You lost your job and can't support me anymore. So I thought I'd do you the favor of staying at my parents' house to save some money for a while. And now you're acting like I'm the bad guy here? Seriously, grow up.
That again. Come on, Alyssa. You never gave me a chance to explain to you why I'm unemployed right now.
Your company went bankrupt, right? I already know all about it. That's not the problem here. The problem came after that. You were all like, my friend invited me to come work at his company. Like, for real? Well, congratulations. You used your connections to get ahead. Whoop-de-doo. Glad you're working out your privilege.
Okay, that's not fair. Just because I happen to have an in at that company doesn't mean I'm doing anything underhanded. And yeah, it all started when my last company went bankrupt, you're right. But while I was looking for a new job, my friend just so happened to be starting up his own company. He asked me to help him out, and I agreed, that's all.
How does that change the fact that you're nothing but a Nepo baby?
For crying out loud, Alyssa. This sort of thing happens all the time. I'm not a Nepo baby. Do you even know what that term means? I'll have you know that the reason my friend asked me to help him get his company going was because he knew what a skilled businessman I am. I didn't do anything wrong. That's not nepotism. That's meritocracy.
Ugh, I'm tired of this conversation. I'm going to bed. Good night.
Alyssa, wait. Talk to me. Hey, Alyssa. You stopped by the house this afternoon, didn't you?
I've been wanting to move my stuff out the house, so I thought I'd stop by on the day that I knew you had work.
You moved your stuff out? Why?
You still don't get it. Do I really need to spell it out for you?
No, I've got no idea what this means. That thing you left on the living room table, I have absolutely no idea what it is or what it's for.
Oh my god, you're so pathetic. Can't you tell by looking at it? I don't know, maybe this is the first time you've ever seen one of these in person. But it's not like you can read plain English. Ugh, what is written on the top page?
What am I supposed to be reading?
Were you always this dumb? It says, in black and white, clear as crystal, divorce agreement.
Oh.
Look, I know you were always more of a numbers guy than a books guy, but you can read, right? You're not completely illiterate, are you? Anyone with a 5th grade education should be able to read that.
So this is a divorce agreement?
Yes, that's what I've been telling you. I already signed everywhere I needed to, so hurry up and sign it, then submit it to the courthouse, got it? I don't want to have to wait one more day to marry my new boyfriend. Send me the text once you finish everything and submitted it, and do it as soon as possible.
Hey Eugene, sorry to bother you so early in the morning. You got a minute? Oh, hey Keith, what's up? The company you started, it has employee housing, right? Yeah, a couple of the guys I hired were single dudes from out of town, so I thought it would be good to help them out a bit. My dad owns a couple apartment buildings, so I'm renting one of them from him to use for employee housing. Are there any openings left? Wait, what? I mean, yeah, there are, but they're not really designed for couples. Yeah, about that. I'm not going to be in a couple for very much longer, it seems. Huh? Hold on, are you saying you're getting divorced? Yep. What the? You've barely been married for what, 2 years now? What in the world happened between you? It's kinda hard to explain. Is it about you losing your job after the last company went bankrupt? I guess that could cause some relationship strain. Well, it's not really the main cause, but you could say that it was the first domino in the chain. Did you tell her that I'm hiring you to work at my company? Maybe that would reassure her. Yeah, I did. And it actually just made matters worse. I'm very confused. Don't get me wrong, I definitely don't blame you. It's not your fault at all. She said that because you're my friend, that me getting hired into your company makes me a Nepo baby. A Nepo baby. As far as I'm concerned, you're the most qualified person for the job I can think of. That's why I hired you. Yeah, I know that. And I'm incredibly grateful. I'm excited about it too. This is going to be a really challenging and rewarding position for me. Okay, well, it makes me feel a lot better to hear you say that. You're going to be making a decent amount more than you were at your old job, so I don't see any reason for your wife to be anything but ecstatic. I'm sorry I had to drag you into my personal affairs. I just thought that you deserved to find out sooner rather than later. I don't know what her problem is with getting hired through connections, but she was really ticked off when I told her. And that bizarre prejudice of hers is the sole reason our relationship has turned to complete chaos these last few days. Sorry to hear about that, man. But come to find out, there's actually a much bigger issue at play. Yeah? What is it? Well, yesterday, I found out that my wife actually has a totally unrelated reason for being so ridiculous about getting hired into your company. Go on. She's seeing another guy. What? Seriously? I'm pretty sure, yeah. I'm betting she thought if she divorced me while I'm unemployed, she could get a better share of the assets during our divorce proceedings. However, you inviting me over to your company threw a wrench into her plans, since it meant that I'd be getting a new and better job a lot sooner than she had planned on. So she's just doing the whole "you're a Nepo baby" act to buy time. If she can either delay me joining your company or get the plan nixed altogether, all the better for her, right? Ah, yeah, that would make sense. I suppose the next step for you is to get a lawyer and talk about the divorce with him. Or maybe you should look into your wife's boyfriend. You could hire a private detective to look into him so you can really sock it to your wife in court. Actually, I can skip that step. I've already figured out who her boyfriend is. His name, where he lives, everything. Wow, really? That was fast. I bet that most guys in a position like mine would be pretty depressed about the situation, blame themselves and just in general have a pretty negative outlook on life. But honestly, noticing the critical clue that Alyssa left for me has actually made this pretty interesting for me. She was careless in a rush to divorce me, and now it's my turn to get back at her. Of course, I'll still get a private detective so I can get some hard evidence to use in court. Well, I'm not really sure I understand the situation, but I'm glad you're having fun, I guess. Anyway, for the time being, I should go ahead and get a room for you ready in the company apartment, right? Yeah, I'd really appreciate you taking care of that for me. Gotcha. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help. If I need anything, you'll be the first person I'll call.
Keith, what is going on? What is this? I got this massive stack of papers from you in the mail today. And it says that you're suing me? Oh, you better explain yourself. And if anything, I should be the one suing you.
Ah, I'm glad to hear the papers arrived already. Thanks for letting me know you got them. They should have been laid out clearly in the documents. Didn't you read them? I'm suing you for your infidelity.
What? Excuse me? Infidelity? I was never unfaithful to you. You had better have some solid evidence to back up such an outrageous claim.
Oh, want evidence?
Uh-huh, yeah, I knew it. You don't have nothing to prove that I did anything.
That's not it. I just thought it would be obvious from the massive stack of documents I sent you that I have more than enough evidence to convince a jury that you cheated on me.
Well then, show me the evidence! Either put up or shut up!
Okay, fine. Scroll up.
Scroll up? What do you mean?
I guess you really didn't realise it, huh? Like I said, scroll up in this chat window to the day you moved all your stuff out the house and read your messages again. Alright. You were the one who told me about your boyfriend.
hold on a second. Oh, okay, so this is obviously one big, huge misunderstanding. That was a mistake. I misspoke, that's all. I was just so tired that day that I got confused. I don't actually have a boyfriend. Man, you really missed it big time, huh? I mean, you didn't even think to ask me first? I could have explained all that to you and saved you all of this trouble. I mean, you really are so dense. But don't worry, I still plan on divorcing you, so go ahead and turn that divorce agreement into the courthouse as soon as possible, okay? Oh, and try not to get lost along the way.
Yeah. About that divorce agreement. You actually left your application for a marriage certificate by mistake.
What?
Yeah. And you filled it out completely too. Your name is on the wife line. And on the husband line is none other than your boyfriend's name. How is Mike these days?
Wait, no, that can't be! That marriage certificate is in the folder I have in my desk drawer, and I distinctly remember putting it in there.
If you're so confident, why don't you go ahead and check to see if it's in the folder right now?
It's not there! That's impossible though! When Mike gave that to me, I thought that I should be really careful not to lose it, so I put it in that folder right away. And the folder I left at our house was the one with the divorce agreement in it.
Yeah, I had a feeling you switched the folders by accident. But seriously, this all happened 2 weeks ago, and you still hadn't noticed? Ah, I see. So you were so afraid about losing it that you missed your chance to notice it was gone before it was too late. Mike's the guy that was hitting on you about a year ago, wasn't he? You still seeing him?
No, give me back the marriage certificate application!
How about this? I'll trade you the marriage thing for your divorce agreement. But before that, we need to settle the matter of your infidelity in court. Or you could talk to my lawyer, and we can settle.
I don't have any money!
Oh, you don't need to worry about that. Your parents said they'd cover the bill for you. Isn't that nice of them? They're a great couple of people.
What?
Of course you're going to have to pay them back for it. They were very explicit about it not just being a gift, so I hope you're prepared for that.
You told my parents about everything?
I was just looking out for my own interests. Couldn't have you running away from paying me what you owe me, could I?
I'm gonna have to talk to Mike about this.
I wouldn't waste your time trying to contact him. I doubt he'll be very responsive to you.
What? Why?
I'm suing him too. I already sent him his package the other day.
Whoa, wait, how do you even have his address?
Isn't it obvious? It was written on your marriage certificate application.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Coincidentally, Mike's parents are going to be paying his settlement to me just like yours are for you. They've taken on his phone and sent him to his uncle's company to work off the debt. I asked them what business his uncle was in, and they said, you're better off not knowing. They did say they were sure he'd be whipped into shape in no time, whether he likes it or not, so good news, I guess.
Oh no, I really screwed up.
Oh, you can say that again, but from now on, all of our communications will take place through my lawyer. You can give the divorce agreement you mixed up with your marriage certificate application to him. We'll talk more about the terms of our divorce after my lawsuit against you for infidelity is taken care of.
Well, you know, after thinking it over, maybe we can work things out between us, you know?
Not happening. Goodbye.
Wait, hold on, Keith, wait! I changed my mind! I don't want to get a divorce anymore! Keith, please!
Alyssa had been desperate to leave me and marry Mike for quite some time. It seemed like she thought that divorcing me while I was unemployed would allow her to get away scot-free. But after she blew up her own plan with one of the biggest switch-ups I've ever seen, combined with learning that she would never be able to see her dear Mike ever again, she hit rock bottom. She tried confronting me at the house that we used to live in together, but unfortunately for her, I'd already moved out. I'd already moved into the employee housing for Eugene's company by that time. Knowing she would never get a chance to speak to me again either, she fell even further into a depression. She snapped out of that pretty quickly. Her parents came along to collect on her debt. She's now stuck doing office work at a nearby company during the day and doing janitorial work at the same company during the night. According to her parents, as soon as she pays off every last cent that she owes them, they're kicking her out of the house and cutting her out of their lives. They've already got a lawyer working on writing her out of their will.
I'm going out drinking again today, so I won't be needing dinner.
What? You're going out for drinks? Didn't I tell you that I wasn't feeling well today? Did you forget that I told you to come home early because of that? I might have to go to the hospital.
Oh, yeah. But we already got reservations. Why don't you just go to the hospital yourself?
What are you saying? Didn't you say you would look after the kids?
Just leave them at home. It'll be fine.
I'm being serious. They're only 1 and 3 years old. There's no way I can just leave them alone at home.
Then why don't you take them with you to the hospital?
I can't just take the kids out when I'm so weak like this. That's why you really need to come home. Please?
Nope, can't do that. Today's a really special occasion. My boss is even coming. I can't just not attend because of my wife.
But my symptoms just keep getting worse. Can't you do this for me, just for today? Please come home soon.
I already told you that I can't. Don't be so naggy. If you're gonna hold a grudge against anyone, hold it against my boss. This is a very special occasion, so you should have told me sooner.
That's not what this is about. You're not doing this on purpose, are you?
Doing what on purpose?
Whenever I need you, suddenly you're busy with something. Are you doing this on purpose because you hate taking care of the kids?
Of course not. You're delusional. I'm happy to take care of the kids. On the condition that you do my work instead of me.
And didn't you say recently that you suddenly had to work overtime? Was that really the truth?
Why are you bringing this up now? Of course I was telling the truth. How could I make up a lie like that?
You've been working hard, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. You finally understand. My new boss seriously can't get anything done on his own. That's why he's always giving me more work to do.
Oh, you're actually working overtime.
Why are you saying it that way? Shouldn't it be obvious?
But with that said, you always come home smelling like alcohol. Do you go drinking after working overtime?
Oh, you caught me. I do, and it's because I get tired after having to work overtime. Shouldn't that be a good enough reason?
Is that why our savings have been cut recently?
You really pay close attention, huh? You're right about that. My new boss loves expensive alcohol. And I'm the one who has to go out drinking with him.
Oh, your new boss is that type, huh? And you'll want me to run a bath for you when you get home, right?
Now you're catching on to things. Taking a nice hot bath after drinking is the best feeling in the world. I want to rip my clothes off and hop in the tub immediately when I get home.
I see.
Okay, I'm heading back to work now.
Wait, hold on. Seriously, you need to come home early today.
I've invited the boss over to the house for tomorrow. So get to cleaning. You and the kids should go somewhere.
Why are you saying this all of a sudden? Didn't I tell you that I'm sick? Why would you invite your boss over in these circumstances? There's no way he can come.
Huh? I wasn't asking if it was okay with you or not. My boss says he wants to come, so I can't argue with that. You and the kids should go somewhere else.
Are you even listening? My body is so weak right now. Don't tell me to go out and take the kids somewhere. There's no way I can do that in this state.
How was I supposed to know? You're the one in the wrong here since you don't take care of yourself properly. I'm just following my stupid new boss's orders. You should shut up and do what your husband says.
This is so uncalled for. There's no way I can just take the kids somewhere when I'm feeling ill. Hang out with your boss somewhere else.
Why can't you follow such a simple request? And don't forget to clean the house. It'd be embarrassing if the house was as messy as it usually is.
But I always keep things clean. You have a lot to say for someone who has never cleaned the house before.
Huh? You think you've been keeping the house clean? You're seriously not cut out to be a housewife.
And you've seriously never helped out around the house.
I'm busy with work. You keep making me say the same thing.
I have asked for your help many times, but you've never helped me even once. And today, you're leaving your sick wife behind to go out drinking. I'm also tired.
I'm tired every day. You have it good being in the house all day, yet you complain like a spoiled child about being sick.
I caught a cold from the kids.
So it's your fault then, right? It's because you don't make the kids wash their hands properly. If you did things the right way, then they would have never gotten sick in the first place.
Are you seriously saying that?
Of course I am. Well, that's how things are, so deal with it. I'm going drinking now.
Your plans for today and tomorrow won't work.
Huh? Are you still going on about this? You're such a useless wife. I'm going out drinking, so why don't you go to the hospital on your own?
Your life is over.
What?
I've gone back home to my parents' place. I can no longer go along with this anymore.
Huh? You can't just make decisions on your own like that. Who will care for me?
Who will care for you? You're not a child anymore, so why don't you care for yourself? I'm the one who's been taking care of our 2 children and my poor physical health. I can no longer take care of a big baby like you.
But I'm the one who's been providing for you. So shouldn't you have to take care of me?
I already know everything.
Huh?
You always blame your new boss for going out drinking. But what are you really doing?
What do you mean? I'm always just drinking with my coworkers.
I asked your new boss's wife about this. She said he goes home right after he finishes work.
Huh?
I'm actually good friends with your new boss's wife. I ran into her when I was dropping something off at the office. Since then, we've been keeping in touch from time to time.
Really? Why would you hide something like that from me?
Because you always talk trash about your new boss. I thought you wouldn't like it if I told you, so I just kept quiet about it. But I asked the wife something recently.
No, you're kidding, right?
She said that the employees of your company never go out drinking. And that the boss never makes you work overtime.
Maybe you're confused with a different boss.
There's only one new boss at your company. And I heard that you always leave work on time. All this information has been confirmed.
What do you think you're doing?
Can you just answer a simple question? What have you been doing all this time?
I just went out drinking with my coworkers.
Oh, so you want to play dumb.
What? So you don't believe me?
I've already compiled all the evidence.
What evidence? What are you talking about?
I hired an investigator.
Huh? What have you been getting up to? What was the investigator even investigating?
What you do after work. I thought you were being suspicious, so I had him carry out an investigation. And the results were shocking, as expected. A woman's intuition never fails.
What are you talking about? What did you find out?
You always take a bath right when you get home, right? And that's only when you get home late. And that's why I thought your behavior was strange.
What do you mean?
And on those days, I can smell perfume on you. Specifically, a feminine fragrance.
You're lying. There's no way you could notice that.
Don't doubt a wife who's always looking after her husband. I thought it wasn't good for me to doubt you, so I hired an investigator.
The fact that you even hired an investigator shows how little you trust me. Stop messing around.
Things would have been fine if the investigator hadn't found anything suspicious. But unfortunately, I received the results of the investigation today. It's especially bad hearing this news when I'm already not feeling well.
I can't believe you would believe something that some investigator says.
It's not only what he said, since there's photographic evidence as well. There's a picture of you going into a hotel with some girl, and a picture of you two leaving the hotel holding hands.
Oh. I'm sorry about that. I'm a guy, so I make some mistakes.
Sometimes? This seems like a repeated offense.
Did you really find out that much? Investigating me is really uncalled for.
You're the one who did something wrong here. You just wish that I hadn't found out.
Yeah, maybe that's true.
And that's not all I found.
Huh? What else? I haven't done anything worse than this.
I had no idea you were so into gambling. It's not like you only go occasionally. Some days you lose a lot and drown your sorrows in alcohol. And other days you win, so you go out drinking to celebrate.
What's wrong with that? It's my money, so let me use it how I please.
You're right. That's why we should get divorced.
Divorce? Hold on a second. Why are you saying this so suddenly? No matter what happens, don't you think you're being a bit too dramatic?
Dramatic? You go off to hotels with random girls and waste your money on gambling. Don't you think that's reason enough for me to want a divorce?
I won't accept this. And you're just a housewife. If you become single, then you won't be able to get by on your own.
I started working remotely. I'm making a decent amount of money. I can take care of myself and the kids.
What? You can't just make these decisions on your own? You've been hiding too much from me.
Who's the one who has been hiding things? You're the one who got caught doing bad things. I wasn't planning on hiding anything from you, but you always come home late. So there was no chance for me to tell you anything.
But that's still unfair of you. I can't believe you would get a job and want a divorce. I'm gonna make you pay for the damages.
What are you saying? There's no way you're the one who will be getting paid in this situation. I'm the one who should be getting paid.
You're the one saying that we're getting divorced, while I'm the one who says I'll provide for you. I will not approve this divorce.
But you're the cause of this divorce.
I'm telling you that I don't approve.
If that's how you're going to act, I have a strong person on my side, just so you know.
Huh? What is this about? Another investigator? An investigator's only job is to investigate, right?
No, I'm talking about my lawyer mother.
What? Your mom?
I told you I was going home to my parents.
Hold on a second. Your mom is a lawyer?
She is. You had no interest in my family, which is why you don't know. I've already told my mother everything.
Wait a second. I didn't know your mom was a lawyer. And what did you tell her?
Since I found out such bad things, I'm pretty sure you will be charged a pretty hefty fine for all the damages. So good luck with your work.
Hold on a second. Let me explain. I had no idea it would come to this.
By the way, my mother is totally livid.
Oh.
Well, what do you expect? Her daughter tells her husband that she doesn't feel well, yet he lies and goes out to mess around, cheating and gambling.
I'm sorry. Please, forgive me, just this once. I'll make sure to come home on time from now on.
Things are better not having you around. I'm going to live my life with some support from my parents. I have no use for you any longer.
Don't say that. I beg you, please come home. I'll apologize to you.
A useless husband is just excess baggage. You go out and have a fun life without me. From now on, you're just a stranger to me. Good riddance. Nate rushed to Haley's parents' house and begged for forgiveness. However, he was kicked out by Haley's angered mother and was forced to pay a decent sum of money for the damages. At his work, Nate's boss found out about everything and lost it. Nate gained a bad reputation within the company, so after losing his place where he had felt like he belonged, he decided to quit. After that, Haley worked well remotely while receiving support from her parents, and is raising her kids with no difficulty. In the end, Nate lost everything due to his own wrongdoings. Well, that's karma.